Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. You can see right here what we've got. This is Evie's Patty Gel by Longhair Pretty Nails. I know you know who that is. We have two from her new collection and one from a past collection. We've got Icy, Ruby, and Sweet Life. We are going to make some swatches and then try these out. These tubes are 30 milliliters. They were $10 a piece, which is a good price. And so let's get these swatches. All right, let's start with Sweet Life. Ooh, it is clear base, and it appears to have some blue and maybe pink or purple flakes. Like, not like glitter, but more like mylar. It's iridescent. Very, very pretty though. Like, look at that. I like that a lot. Next, let's do Icy. Please ignore the ghetto-ness of my swatch sticks. I don't use a label maker. Alright, so this one's pretty similar to the last one. I hate when those air bubbles come out. They scare me every time. This one also has a transparent base, but it seems to have a hint of blue as well, which would make sense. And it also appears to have the same type of flakes in here, those little iridescent mylar-y shimmery bits. But it looks like this one has a little bit of glitter too. I may be able to see some blue glitters and even some orange or yellow ones in there. Are you seeing that too? And is that yellow mylar as well? I like that. That's really, really pretty. And then last, let's check out Ruby. But look at that. This one is a lot more saturated. It's definitely glitter in this one, and it seems like the base is also red, so you'll get a full cover type finish, I imagine, unless you put it on really, really thin. But this looks like it's going to give you something pretty opaque. I put a lot in here. That's really full, but look how pretty that is. That's going to be so beautiful, especially around the holidays. Even though it is spring right now, that is totally fine, because a glittery red is always classy. Now, on the back of this, it does say cure for 30 seconds or 2 minutes with a UV lamp. I put mine in for 60 seconds in a 54 watt lamp, just because I like to do 60 seconds, but this one is not done. So I think it may be too thick. So we're gonna put this one in again, but let's check the others. And of course, wipe, get that sticky off of there. These are clear, so they should be a lot faster. Oh yeah, that one's hard. That one's hard as well. So these cured in 60 seconds just fine, but the other one needs a little longer. That's another 60 seconds, and this one is still gooey. Maybe let's turn it over and cure this side. All right, 3 minutes total. Let's check it out. It's still soft. I am not really sure if it's going to get hard then. So I think maybe it's because this thing is totally full, which I don't like to think is a super thick amount, but that's gotta be what's going on here, because it's just 3 minutes in. This should be hard. And so I think that's probably the issue. I will keep experimenting with this, but I'm not using this one today, which it wasn't part of the original plan anyway, so that's totally fine. Nevertheless, very beautiful. Gotta put it on in thin layers. All right, now for the fun part. Look at my nails. They look terrible, don't they? It's because I just got done removing some press-on nails that were glued on, and they were glued on really well, so I had to do a whole lot of soaking and scraping, and it was a thing. But yeah, so they're kind of dry looking, but that's okay. We're gonna go in and dehydrate and prime because we want this poly gel to stay. Now remember, when putting on your primer, you want to do a bit of a massage technique so it gets into all your nail crevices and you can get a good sticky bond. Alright, and those two products air dry, so we don't need the lamp, but we will need the lamp for this. This is base gel from Beetles. Try not to go too heavy with this stuff. You don't need a ton. We're not building a nail out of base coat. And then remember to cure these 4 fingers separately from the thumb. Alright, so everything is cured. I like to wipe the sticky layer off. Now we're going to pick out some Duel Forms. I've got these. I think I got them from AliExpress. Maybe. There's all kinds of sizes and shapes of Duel Forms, and you can get them everywhere. These ones that I've chosen today are a stiletto shape, and they are full cover. You can get them half cover, so you just make the tips. You can get them square. You can get them coffin. You can even get them in that weird pointy thing. They got options, but this is the one I want to use today, so let me get some sizes. Okay, so with Duel Forms, you want to go about 1 size up, which you normally would. I have picked out a 0, a 5, a 2, a 2, and a 7. So as you can see, this 0, it is a little bit wide, just tiny amount, but it goes all the way down. Thing is, you don't want to put it on like this so that it's all the way down. You want it straight. So you want to be able to lift it up and have an amount of space. And so what I've done is just kind of pinch it on the side so it fits in better. And that way when I straighten it, I'll have some product in there. If it's all the way down, you're not going to have enough space for your product and your nail is going to snap. And so the same thing, I've got enough space for some product in here. If I put this one straight, I've had to pinch them all. Look at these. These look like they're significantly too big. And these are the same size finger, but the 1 size down is too small for there to be a space for that product. And then this one is kind of a similar situation. Like it's just barely not too small to have product in there. But these are the ones I've chosen. Alright, so we're going to go in with the icy first. I'm going to put icy on this finger and the thumb, and then we're going to do the Sweet Life on these two. Now because I want the whole stiletto, I am going to fill this whole thing up. And as you guys know, if you've watched any of my polygel videos before, I am notorious for overfilling these. So I'm going to try not to. So we're going to start with a little bit back here. I think a pea-sized amount is a good starting out amount. We can always add more. And you don't want this to be too thick. So like when you're filling this up, you don't want it to be just flat across here because there's no room for your nail. It does have to, you know, curve in, leave space for your nail in there. And it's better that it's too wide and you file the edges down to be the right size than it be too narrow to just fit it and then you don't have enough product. And then you want to check it this way. I've got a curve, but I don't have enough for down here, so we need to put some more in. Now remember, this part down here is thin and small, so it doesn't need as much as the back. Let's put some in, fill up our tip, and then work our way back to join these two pieces. You want to get it in nice and smooth. Make sure always your product goes up to the edges. If you have missing edges, when you take this Duel Form off, it's going to look ridiculous. There's going to be gaps, and you don't want that. So let's put some more of this in here for this missing edge, and we'll just smooth it down. Get it nice and even everywhere. All right, so let's have a look. That looks good. Looks good from this end. Our edges are filled. So let's put this one on my pinky. I'm going to try not to stick my fingers all in it as I do this. Now the technique is to start out a little back and then slide a little forward. Push her down, Make sure you get it all the way on there. And then you want to go and check your underneath, because sometimes it'll wad up. And now is your chance to pull that wad down a little bit. This thing is sliding down my finger. I can feel it, and it's so sticky. I'm just going to use this to push it down. One thing that I love about half cover Duel Forms is you can build your own cuticle, so you don't have to worry about all this stuff that gets smushed out down here. But since these are full cover, you want to make sure you're cleaning that up so it's less work for after. Alright, let's check our work. It's definitely going to need some cleanup. You see that lump? Me too. But we've got that on there. We've got this on here. I am hoping we didn't push it down too far. It's kind of hard to see because it's clear. Let's give that a flash cure. That should be stable enough for us to work on the next one. I almost forgot and grabbed the wrong Duel Form. Remember to keep them pinched. I'm going to back this up a little bit, I think, so that it's not quite as zoomed in. There we go. Hopefully that's not too blurry. Let's get some of this. These air bubbles are not my favorite. Now, this polygel is a stiff one. Some polygels are less stiff than others and easier to push around, but they tend to be more sticky when they are that way. But this one is pretty firm. It does take a good amount of effort to push it around. I think we've got a pretty good coverage here. Yeah, well, I think our little edges could use a little bit of attention. Let's make sure that's all the way up and all the way up. Yes. All right, let's pop this one on. All right. Yep. Got her on there. It's not overflowing down here. Let's just make sure back here is clean. All right, in the lamp. All right, now we're gonna switch to Sweet Life to do these middle two. I wanna do the thumb last since that's the one I push around with. And I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this instead of chatting, because you've seen now twice basically the process of this part. Alright, so we've got them all on here. My everything is sticky. So let's try to wipe some of this off. Definitely gonna have to do some filing. If I had like a bucket I could just wash my hands of alcohol in, I would, because all my hands are sticky. Alright, so that's non-sticky enough. Let's start popping these things off. Now, because they go all the way to the end, gotta be a little careful so you don't hurt yourself. That's looking good. Yes. All right, so let's examine. Yep, we've got some edges that are certainly gonna need some cleaned up. This one's got a hair in it. Excellent. Let's wipe her again now that we've got that off, even though for whatever reason it doesn't usually leave a sticky layer on the top, but these edges maybe. First, let's take us a little hand file and see if we can clean up these sides. Now, polygel files quickly, so you want to be kind of gentle with it. Don't just go ham or you're going to file away your product faster than you expect to. Alright, let's look at our work. Let's get all this wiped off, see if we need to do some more filing on the edges. Alright, so I have blunted my ends a little bit. This one has some bits hanging off of it, so we'll have to get that with the buffer. But I've blunted my ends so that they're not super sharp. Some of them are a little sharper than others. Probably still need to work on that a bit, but I will. I'll come back to it. The shape seems good. Now we've got to get the e-file out and go around these. I don't like doing that with a hand file because I just cut myself up. Alright, so I've got this on reverse on about a 7. Let's go around these cuticles a little bit. Now I am not left-handed, so this is hard. Alright, let's have a feel. Not feeling real rough and crazy, that's good. Now, we want to smooth up this underside. It's a little rough, and so we're going to get out a little bit more of a precise bit. I was afraid we're going to have to get the big boy out, but it is what it is. We'll just be really careful. I actually want to go the other way. And again, let's wipe everything. It is sticky and dusty. Alright, so let's look at what we've got. We definitely want to soften up these a little bit that need it. And then let's go on this little block. Try and soften these edges a little. Alright. What do you think? I'm liking them. I've got a dust pile I need to clean up. But yeah, I like this a lot. They are very pretty. They're long, but I can manage. Alright, so let's just get a look at these before we finish up. They are looking real cute, I think. I was thinking about putting some decorations on them, but you know what? They're so sparkly and so shiny, I just don't think they need it. What about you? Do you think they need some rhinestones or something? I think we're good. So let's put on some top coat. For our top coat, we're gonna use the Beatles top coat. That's looking real pretty, and I think we're actually going to put some top coat underneath as well because I want the underside to be nice and shiny. Clean up these edges a little bit since we top coated underneath. Alright, let's stick that in the lamp. Alright, so that's what we've got. Let's get this thing out of our way. They are top coated, they are smooth, they are pretty, they are shimmery. I like them. What do you think? We'll definitely get some photos outside as per the usual. Let me know if you think I should have done more, if I should have put on more decoration, and if you like the length and shape that I chose, or should I have chosen something else? If I do get tired of this long, I can always chop it down and make it shorter. This one seems to be a little bit blunter than the rest, but that's okay. I love this stuff though. So again, these are the polygels that we used by Evie. Long hair, pretty nails. Hey girl. So please make sure that you are subscribed. We are growing. We are inching ever closer to the 500 subscribers so I can give away all this stuff I've been collecting up. And also, please like and comment and share and interact with my video. It does help the algorithm, which helps me. So I definitely do appreciate that as well. Thank you for all that you do and all of your interaction. Please let me know what you think of these nails or anything you would like to see from me. All of my links for my socials are in the description. Please make sure that you are following over there. I post things over there that don't always make it here. And then I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.